Hey guys, Ruminating. We're here just back with a quick little video. So this is the second video of the Christmas film reviews. I just got done watching Last Christmas on BBC iPlayer. I heard a lot about this. I kind of wanted to shout this out. Hopefully, I hope that be a bit of lighthearted, feel good, festive fun, and I heard a lot about this. It's George Michael soundtrack, and I heard a lot about a weird twist during the film, so curious to check it out for myself. So, but is it any good? Let's find out. So, Last Christmas follows Kate, a young woman who is stuck in a cycle of just endless bad luck with unsuccessful attempts at trying to settle down in friends' flats and working in a dead-end job at a Christmas shop while also struggling to audition for musical parts. Until one day she meets a charming, slightly eccentric fellow named Tom, and from there Kate and Tom embark on a bit of a relationship, and she learns to improve on herself, and in turn mends her relationships with her friends and her family, and tries to turn her life around. So you hear that premise, fairly simple, fairly standard rom-com stuff. I wasn't going into this expecting anything deep or Oscar winning, but just something that would be a bit lighthearted, a bit of fun, and keep me entertained. And it mostly did. In terms of festive offerings, you could do a lot worse. There's a whole bunch of it's just schmaltzy Hallmark stuff, of which this somewhat emulates. It does lean a little into the festive schmaltz, but you know what? It is mostly carried along. It's shot rather warmly with lots of Christmas lights illuminating the background. It's rather nice to look at. Obviously, in terms of the actual framing of the scenes, nothing special. But were you really expecting a technical masterclass from Last Christmas? This isn't Avatar: The Way of Water. It's also got another fun soundtrack of George Michael and Wham songs, of which there are a lot of variations of the title song, and I mean a lot. It's probably the best novelty Christmas Gibbon toy version of the song I've ever heard. If you know, you know. And it's also got some decent laughs. Nothing particularly gut-busting, laugh out loud, hilarious, but there were a fair amount of little chuckles it gave me throughout over the course of the runtime, and there were some moments where I actually did properly laugh. Did it meet the 6 laugh test? I honestly don't know, but for the most part, it did give me a few light chuckles that kept me amused for most of the runtime, and that is in part down to the effortless, easy chemistry between Emilia Clarke and Henry Golding. Emilia Clarke is it's quite fun in this, with her sort of bad luck and terrible life choices, and she sells it very well. And when the film needs her to get more open and emotional, she carries it well. And she's complemented very nicely by the effortlessly charming Henry Golding. He's obviously something of a modern rom-com king, and it's easy to see why. He's charismatic, he's charming, he's easygoing, and it helps that he's obviously a good-looking guy as well. But at one point, he makes a James Bond joke, which I don't know if he's ever been in the running for the next Bond, but could be a possible allusion to that. Oh, and it also helps as well, he's speaking in his own accent. It's not like in Snake Eyes where he's trying to do an American accent, but every once in a while you hear his natural English accent breaking out. We've also got a fairly entertaining enough supporting cast. Particularly, we've got Emma Thompson, who also co-wrote the film as Kate's Yugoslavian mother, and she's got this sort of almost controlling relationship with Kate. She's very worried and anxious about everything she does. And it's fun seeing their relationship sort of develop and blossom over the course of the runtime. And the film has the added bonus of Michelle Yeoh being in it. Yep. Also, I think after Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think she is slowly becoming one of my favourites. And yeah, she's good here. She's fun. She's charming. They give her a sort of romantic subplot, which is entertaining enough, and so it puts a smile on your face. It's somewhat underdeveloped and tacked on in a way, but but anything that gives Michelle Yeoh more screen time, it's always a plus. Yeah, as I said, the film is mostly carried along by all of these elements, as it does tend to lean into the schmaltz and a fairly tried and true rom-com structure, up until towards the end of the film with the twist. This is probably the most talked about aspect of this film, and yeah, it's easy to see why it is incredibly misjudged. It's so out of key with the sort of light-hearted, feel-good, easy-going tone of the rest of the film. It sort of grinds that to a halt, and it always derails the feel-good, festive, happy ending of the film. It's a proper bummer. But overall, Last Christmas, I mostly had a decent enough time with it. It's schmaltzy, and it does nothing that we haven't seen before, and some elements do feel slightly tacked on and underbaked, and yeah, the twist is so out of place. But for the most part, it's a sort of light-hearted, easygoing, feel-good, festive, romantic comedy carried along by the effortless charm of its leads, warm cinematography, some decent gags, and a fun Wham soundtrack. And there's not really much more you could ask for, really. Would I watch this again? Maybe not, just cause of the twist, but we'll wait and see. Overall, I'm gonna give Last Christmas a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's fair, since it entertained me and I enjoyed it, but it's nothing special, and the twist lets it down a bit. But let me know down in the comments, have you seen Last Christmas? What do you think of it? Do you think Henry Golding could be a potential new Bond? And what are your opinions on the twist? Let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.